Just a minute. Sorry guys, another guy was joining, and so we don't record via this. We're recording via through. The recording is happening. Just a minute. Hey Nadesh. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so let me know we're able to see my screen. So firstly, we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to developer.salesforce.com. So anyway, the recording is started, and then I'm gonna do a sign up activity. So I'm gonna maintain notes this one. Salesforce. Yeah. So I'll show you the syllabus. So this is syllabus we have. I'll share the syllabus to you guys. So let's time. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, of course we'll go with that. But ideally, other two persons here is yeah. I would go via through a project scenario. It is not some just like the syllabus one. But ideally, at the very beginning, we have no, so we don't have a syllabus for this statement like CRM, cloud computing. There's a basic things we have to understand about the platform. So no, no, we are trying to wrap in 3 weeks, 2 hours. So at this time, plus from now to 2 hours. No, currently matched with this timing because my evening I'm busy with office schedule. So So I was taking the training in the night, my night time, that will be your morning. But again, I felt too much of work in my office by the night time, and after Jan it will be like more work. So better to have a safer side is my morning, which I can get up and then focus only for you guys. Hey, Naresh, you there? Yeah, go ahead. Mhm. What about no Raj, for you? It is same or you are in different time zone? Or is it? Mhm. Mhm. No, no, this is the only batch which is going on, and I was not taking training since more than 6 months. So this after 6 months is the first batch. So this we have to check with Sunil only. Yeah. So Sunil has provided say the names, and then the neutral apples like a training consultancy. They will contact me. Yeah, no, I'm just preparing. So you may have some questions you can answer to him, which is. Mhm. 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 Okay, not bad. Hmm. 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 Yeah, you can check with him once and see. Ideally, as you know that you have covered up the admin or developer certifications, and you'll have the basic knowledge. So within, if you see the 10 days, I think I would have covered only admin stuff. Then only I'll be jumped into a developer stuff. So, so, so Mm. Y- Yeah, that is the reason. So for them, for Raj and Kumar, so they may be putting into an interview. So they need to be prepared to that level. So that is the reason in person kind of training. Hmm. But I just would cover onto the project scenario based, like so ideally talking how a sprint would work, how ideal technology companies would work. So if let's say if you work in a .NET company, when technology related a project for a company, so say I don't know whether how the things works. Maybe you get a project and then you start working and then the client says that you have to follow these XYZ tools and how these are connected. Let's say you develop something, how do you put into Git and then do the all the repository stuff. So all just like that. Any project general companies we're gonna discuss the same way. It's not only the sales source we're gonna cover. Okay. So right. So so let me jump in. So today also I just wanted to start from 7 and then by 9. So that would be 1 2 hour session. Since it's a day when like we are just like understanding stuff. No problem. So we can pace. So you just know it is your wish, sorry, Nadesh. Sadly, I know that you will be busy, but somehow I'm recording this session which will be shared. Um, so no issues. Okay, so let me start, and then if you have any doubts, we can just go further with the trainings. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, it is recording. No, Sunil, I would directly give his number to you. So if you want, you can chat with him. Mm. Okay, let me hand his contact to you so you can communicate with him. So I've sent you Naresh, Sunil's contact. Okay, so let's start with our course. So guys, what is your expectations like? So the moment people says about the Salesforce, I don't know. It's not so old topic. Maybe for you, or people would have already heard about the technology, and there could be reason for why you are moving to a Salesforce from a different skill set to a Salesforce. So what is your thought process like? What people said it's a niche one or something you understand it is okay. It's going good in market. So sometime back we maybe in some COBOL or something would have been written at that time. Let's say SAP tools were doing rocking things. So everyone would rush to learn about SAP. Now the same thing I won't say, but people ideally see that the good revenue and the good marketing going on for the Salesforce. So for that reason, you guys are moving, or anything other reasons you have? Mhm. So what about you, Kumar and Raj? Okay. So ideally, we have wanted to move to niche one, so which is like good in market, and for the safety side, we are moving around. So what if it is in the 5 years down the line, it is not doing the great? So how what you would think through? So is the company would withstand more than 5 years, or how do you think that? So do you have a confidence? Hmm. So good, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah. So that's a good point. Yeah, a company like big company like Tableau, Slack, all these companies are getting merged. Even Slack has been recently acquired by Salesforce. So so not only the acquisition is happening like that, but even the technology front end they are scaling like anything. They work with what is the current latest trends in the market. So let's adopt that. So if it is AI, okay, let's get into the AI. If it is something that related to okay, analytics, based on analytics, they want to do some stuff. Okay, they're getting into it. If you want to do an IoT, yes, they are getting into it. So whatever the company, let's say, I don't know whether the SAP would jump in all of the stuffs or doing it. Even they are doing it. They have their own R&D team to stuff to do like this. But what this people of Salesforce is doing is they are focused onto the CRM side. So they're not focused onto the ERP or enterprise where big companies do as orders and sales stuff. But these guys would connect directly with the customers. So this is the ideal motive for these guys. A CRM is not the it's a not a new topic. It is very old topic. CRM is never a new topic. CRM is like we would have been seen in day-to-day life where um, someone is having connection with some other people based on some trust. The same thing what I say is CRM. Like say for a shopkeepers, when you go, so giving you a flexibility of buying options, and then when you wish to buy, yes, you take it, or else you can leave the contents and you say that I wanted one, I didn't like it. You can return the contents whichever you don't like. In any shopping process, I'm showing you. So all this what it says is relationship with the customers where if you are interested, yes, you're gonna take it. If you're not gonna like it, you're gonna return back to them. So nothing harms. So by this way, relationship with the customers and the for the company that builds it, because you give a trust to them. If you wish, you use it. If you don't want, you return back. So this type of trust where you would like to buy another option with the same company. For example, if you're trying to buy something in Amazon, you use for a day or two, and then you're not comfort with, and then returning it. So since they are the middle channel guys, so you order a product, it is going back to them. It is not only about that. You say something you purchase from a direct from the outlet, and you're not interested with that. You are returning back, and sometimes again you're rebuying it. Why this rebuying option comes is because which you don't like, they give an option to return, so you returned it, and since that particular whatever your likings they understood, and then they taken back. So this type of understandings between the customer and the client is important. So where the relationship forms, that becomes a trust later on the stage. So you don't go to the another outlet, or maybe you don't find a chance to go, since they're already comfort with you. So human basically they find the comforts at the very beginning because that finds the relationship. So why I am saying it is CRM is not very new things in the market. It is very old. CRM lies within every self in day-to-day life. So that is a one particular point where Salesforce has been very focused on. Okay, if I give a customer a service and often seek a feedback with them, so then that is the really good one where they will never forget things. So Salesforce has grown such a way that okay, I'm building a software to you, so you are using it, and I'm keep asking for my customers, are you satisfied? Are you okay with this? So this type of regular seeking feedback is also a very good things in CRMs. So that makes more strong in the relationship. That is what I'm trying to say here. So any other points you guys have? Hello. Okay. So we can give a number of examples onto the CRM side. It's all about our relationship maintain and the trustworthy, which I'm talking about. So another layman examples we can say that hey, see why I'm saying these layman terms are because in interviews they would ask you, hey, go tell me about CRM. So what would do is people would tend to present the technical stuff, and that is the so I would say that how the thing starts with. Yeah, CRM is something that we find the people. Basically, finding a people what? Finding a people is like you're trying to find the leads. Okay. So before the leads, what happened? Campaigns. You throw out and saying that, hey, this is the offers which is running. You put a campaign. From a campaign, if someone is interested people, we call it as leads. And then the leads who ideally wanted to buy some stuff, then what we do is we convert them and then finally make it as an opportunity. While converting an opportunity, what happens in Salesforce? They try to create account, opportunity, contacts. So based on these three informations, what they do is they try to connect to a customer and seek a regular feedback. Ask them if they're okay to buy the deal. Then we say opportunity one, and once the opportunity one, so that is something that the revenue is added to our company. So this is how the CRM model they think, but it's a technical term. How people would know non-technical CRM things. Non-technical means how a layman will understand. Why I'm asking is because in interviews they ask you sometimes explain me in CRM in layman terms. I don't want this technical stuff. Why? Because your client would not understand every time whatever the technical things which you're speaking about. Sometimes you need to talk layman terms where they will understand whether you are able to convey the messages which I am saying. That means whatever in the layman terms which you're saying, they should understand the layman terms only. So they need not to have a technical knowledge or a technical skills to understand what is going on. So if something is not working, you need not to tell that hey, this page has this many fields as going something wrong. So that is the reason this is not working. Okay, fine. Firstly, they don't understand whatever the fields that this and all you're talking. I asked for a page or layout in that few things are missing. So if customer is, I'm not saying they are damn. I'm saying that if they cannot sometimes understand more about technical stuff, so you can say that the fields and the columns all this they can understand. But in between, some middleware layer is there. They're pulling the values and then that coming all the stories and all they would not require. So they understand very simple layman terms. Likewise, when you are understanding about a story, the given requirement to you, so we not directly promote technical things if it is only a one-to-one communication. So you and a client only are dealing with the work, which were rare case. Ideally, in the middleman, where someone lead or architect or BA, someone would be there. So in that case, you would be communicating with them. So they may know understanding, and then we can do it. Sometimes it's not the same. So you may directly work with the client. Small clients, people sometimes assign it one to one. They work with. So all our scenario to scenario, case to case, it will differ. So all I'm trying to say is understand many of the stuff in the layman terms so that we will never forget. Any technical things we can forget if we give a gap, but layman terms we cannot forget. Like ideally we see a movie and then understand the things. Those are layman things. All right. So what I was trying to say is one more example I'll give. Let's assume you are going for shopping, not for shopping regularly. So how the trust building I'm gonna say you. This is a simple example which I thought about. Hey, you are like you are migrating to a new maybe Naresh, you're going from PhD to CST. So maybe that particular place, new place, you may have a people who know about you, or it could be absolutely new place. I don't know. So assuming it, you are going to a new place where your friends are just the, in an apartment they are living. So you may have ideally in India you will have a different shops onto the roadside. I don't know about in US. So let me tell this. So you went to a flat. So one day you were going for the early morning jog, and then someone is selling a uh, kind of a what do you say? I don't know how the vegetables kind of sales in the US. Think about a scenario where some shopkeeper is selling the fruits and the vegetables. And what happens is you just getting down and then you're going out for a jog. While returning, you found the shops and then you're seeking for a fruits or a vegetables. So now you're asking for it and you also bought and you're new to that particular area. So now what happens is he's trying to ask you, but you have left out the money in the your flat. So now he was seeing it. Okay, let me go get it and then I'll buy. So the shopkeepers would no would wait for the money and then get the things, or you can give me later. You're new to this area. So how the things would be. So Naresh, if you someone says that hey go later also you can give, how do you feel? So what I'm trying to say is so you moved to a new flat, getting you moved to move flat, and then you went for a new. I mean, it is a new flat. You're going for a jog in the early morning. Okay, so up outside the apartment there are some stores. You think outside the apartment there is some stores which is like sells the vegetables and fruits. So you went for a jog and you're returning back to the home. So while you return back to home, you found some vegetables and stuff, and you brought you didn't say that you have a cash or enough fund, but while returning then you try to buy and then you bought also. Your flat is opposite your apartment, whatever is opposite to the shops, and then you say that okay, I stay here only because the shopkeepers would ask you, hey, are you new to this area? What are you doing here? Okay, maybe they ask, maybe not. They not ask. So you say that I'm recently shifted here. So okay, nice early morning jog is good for health. You just have this conversation and then you brought this stuff. So now what happens is instantly this guy is saying, so you are saying that okay, forgot the fund. Let me go and get it. So now the shopkeeper is saying to you, oh, no problem, no problem. You can give me. So while you return back again. So how do you feel that time? You don't have fun in your pocket. So you have to go and get it all the way. Maybe another 10 minutes it takes. You go get amount and then do give it. So he's saying that maybe you bought for $50, which is really good amount. But still the shopkeeper is saying that hey, please go get it, no problem. I mean that is one thing. Or he's saying that later also you can give it. So which makes you more comfortable? So what does it mean is something that you never know you, but he's trying to build a trust. So the moment once you go and later stage of the day you giving it to him. So there are another shops nearby if you feel also. So what do you feel that next time? So would you go to the same shop? You go to different shops, which is okay, fine. I'm okay with any shops. Yeah. So why I'm pitching in this point is because this is what the CRM is. If you want to explain the technical things into a layman stuff, so this is what we have to put into our people. CRM is something that they are trying to build a trust. They don't want anything else. Trust in the sense, yes, the relationship of a customer where you trust them totally on their own pace, and then they will come back. So once they do, the bounding is created. You never find an option secondary. So though they may have options of shops next to next only, but you will never find out to go there. Your eyes also would never turn there. So this is what a Salesforce is doing to their customers. If the at a very beginning, if the customers have only one or two in the early stage of 90s to 2000, then what happened in this past after the 2000? So 2000 finally they were hit into the market and then they were good. Unless and before it is already 5 6 years old company. So what happens from thereafter? So the trust start building and people started believing the Salesforce. So that is the reason it moved very high. Likewise, what I'm trying to say is if you find one customer, that's enough. Be loyal to them and then what they want, you try to feed them. So you never get connections of next one. Automatically things will flow. People will work for you as a recommendations. You getting? So next time what you say is you go to a flat, you play for tennis and you do some other sports activity you do, and then maybe for a lunch or something you brought something, and then people are rating, hey, this dish is good. Someone just giving a complimentary to you. So at that time, what happens? You may say that to people, hey, the outside the shopkeepers, that is very good guy. He did so and so. Unknowingly, you would be promoting on behalf of him. You are doing it. Getting? So he's been only one time where he did loyal work to you, and you are very happy with the satisfactions. Now you are doing a promotion to that guy where he didn't ask for you. Please promote. Please promote itself. When they're asking for you, you are asking to pay for it. How many marketing works we have, no? Who do go to digital marketing, promote for us. These are having money for it because they are promoting, right? So in this case, customer itself is promoting. You are itself, yourself you are promoting that storekeeper. He is very good. So this incident happened. Maybe you are explaining the incident also secondary. So you said that please go buy there. All of your friends, whoever other platforms you're saying, you may sometime get an option to say that he may buy there. He is very good, or maybe say that this the fruits and other stuffs are very good there. Idly, unknowingly, without yourself, you would be doing this stuff. So this is what once you're loyal to someone. So on behalf of you, so on behalf of them, you have been promoting for this. So so this itself will become a CRM things. Like unless other technologies and stuff, where what is worked and what is not worked is very important. In CRM, what is worked and other things not worked would be there part of it, but ideally, trust is very important at the beginning. So this is what a CRM we can talk about. So CRM process, if we say, yes, how the things journey from where it started, from where it been sold to. So this all the journey would be another side we say in a technical perspective, Salesforce stuff. Not only the Salesforce, any CRM would work like this. So first thing they would build a campaign, and from a campaign, so you would turn to a leads, and again from a leads, so I will have account, account, contact, and opportunity. Okay. So why these three things? In this is I'm talking in terms of Salesforce. See, every technology they'll have their own pace of understanding. So I'm just talking same with Salesforce. Very beginning campaign, yeah, campaign model we know. It's just like a throwaway where we have seek and you can see ads, promotions. Someone says that hey, go look at there. So for example, you for a shopkeepers to your flat peoples, you're saying that you are doing a campaign for him unknowingly, saying that hey, that guy is very good. Go there. So it's all where you are self promoting sometimes when you're free. If you say to five people and the five people goes there, not many five people. If they at least one people goes there also is a big deal. So if he feels comfortable, again it will keep continuing. So ideally it'll happen. And for the sake of only for the money, if people are doing it, it'll not go very good for a long journey. So the trust and relationship, the enough flexibility if you give, so that is no more calculated for the money. So campaign you have here. So the moment you do a campaign, out of these people whoever are interested towards your product are called leads, and these leads, yes, of course, they really wanted to move to the next stage, so they will go to a lead conversion. So the moment we do lead conversions, we'll get this account contact and opportunity. From there, so we say it is won or loss. So then we are at a forecast. So what is our revenue for that particular company for that particular trial period? It's just like ideally you are going to a mobile shop and you're trying to buy a mobile, where you say that hey, this mobile costs this much. So firstly, you are investigating. Maybe you're doing window shopping. Who knows? You saw the outside a board where they put an offer. If you buy a mobile, you would get a free headset of which is Bluetooth wireless headset. So which is again a little worthy only. When you buy a mobile, you're getting that one. So you just went inside. So seeing the board, you're just getting in. So the board itself is a campaign for you. Now you're getting inside the store, and then now you are looking for the phone, and you're checking all the features, which is good for you or not. And the sales guy, if he's like convincing you, so then your lead conversion would turn to this way. So what ideally this account and contact and opportunity would be storing is account will have, if it is a person, see two types of an accounts we have. One is called person account, another is called business account in Salesforce. So what is a person account? Ideally, person accounts are not enabled in any of the Salesforce system. We have to seek for a Salesforce help to activate the person account. Why? Because the moment the person account is enabled, so your org would treat as two different things because contacts and accounts would be merged in that case. Okay, so that is part of technical things. So what ideally account is doing? Account is holding a person's information or a company's information. Why person information? I'm saying when you have been a person account, we treat you as an account and contact on both. Why? See, you bought a SIM card. Okay, fine. You don't have any company. You don't work for any company, or you are idle, a normal person. So how do you treat you as? So you yourself become a owner of that a particular SIM card. Again. So what do you mean by owner? So you doesn't own any company. People doesn't own a company. What to tell for them? So they are become a person account. So they themselves are owner for those guys. So they are not having any brand name for them. So some people have as in a business account, let's say Google or Microsoft, any other company, they are treated to be a company where the company will have n number of employees. So account is nothing but the company name, company details, company address, whatever you'll have, and their respective contacts will be employees. So those are business accounts. Yes, of course, company name we have as an account details. Under that, we may have employee details also. So this can be a business account scenario. So why I'm saying that way is because a company can have employees and company can have multiple opportunities running through. So if I wanted to promote some product to Google, so then I do a campaign with Google. I do go talk to a Google employees or go talk to Google companies who are respective to the people head, and then I find to give an opportunity to them. So then it is an opportunity where I wanted to sell for those guys. So for example, if I'm going for to sell an insurance premium to Google company, what I do? So firstly, I have to take few promotions with them, saying that all these interested people can come here because I'm giving you insurance at this very flexible rate. Maybe company itself is having an econo what is it insurance stuff. What you gonna give a term insurance which is like more flexible to people. You pay very less amount and at the end you may get a very huge amount. So in terms of term insurance, I'm saying. So all this you are running a campaign which you're running a lead. If people are interested, they will buy for it. And such way you are selling for a company, then the company's opportunity it is. If it is one to one, yes, like buying a SIM card or buying a simple mobile phone for yourself. So where you have been yourself as tracked as an account and informations, and where your information is itself has been turned to an opportunity. If you buy the phone moving out of the outlet, yes, we won the opportunity. For the store, it is a revenue because you just came, you bought a mobile, so some amount you bought a mobile, right? So that store has got a revenue for it. So this is also a CRM flow, understanding about in technical terms. So any questions here? Sorry if this you guys already know, so sorry for boring it. Okay. So what about Raj? So maybe at least Kumar would have known these things, but what about you, Raj? So are you feeling okay? hmm So this is ideal statement. So even the leads will be two things because at the very beginning we cannot be able to identify the people are the right people. So you went in the outlet, you trying to buy a mobile. I don't know whether you will buy a mobile or not. So the sales guy would tell you you are qualified or not. Getting I'm running a campaign which is outside my store. There's a board, and you just got inside. You're asking about the mobile. Maybe you would buy or not buy. Who knows? But the sales guy will get to know your intention. You are a window shopper or not. You're intently buying something because he will get to know. You will see that. So what quality of features already are having, sir? So are you looking for something like which is like high-end mobile or slow? So the based on the question which he's asking putting on to you. So someone who is really interested, you will answer to all the points. Someone who is not really interested, just want to see the mobile. Yeah, you will just give me sometimes. I'll go through and then let me know. I will just come back to you. So then he will be waiting for you. So you may be leave or you may be communicate with him. So based on that only a sales guy would decide whether to qualify or not. The leads qualified guys are the one who is moving to the next lead conversion. Getting so any business of it's not only about the mobile which I'm telling of shopkeeper. It is any business. So people ideally they are interested. You will get to know only for those people you make it as qualified leads. The qualified leads are next thing is to convert them. The moment you convert them, so you will have all their respective informations and it is added, added to a product, then it will be having an opportunity because you are trying to sell our products. So opportunity will have their own products. Opportunity is something that what you're going to deal with. An opportunity will associate, they will have a products to sell in terms of sales company. Opportunity products. For example, if you're buying some mobile which is like iPhone 12, so you have an option here which particular products is willing to buy. So okay, this 12, okay, iPhone 12, and what is the price? All that is going to give. So those all will be reflected in the opportunity. So the moment you buy that particular product, this opportunity will say one. He has bought this. So this ideal flow, opportunity won or loss will have qualified or disqualified. So that is the one thing which you do. So people who are not interested, just they went off, but at least they would have given their own communication details. For example, email or a phone number. Maybe he came for your outlet, but the 12, the recent version of iPhone maybe not be available. So what he says, so maybe next week it will come. So that guy will anyway leave, but he will give contact details. He will take his contact details and he will make a note of it. Why? So you may communicate back to him and again call. So if he's interested, he'll come again. The moment he comes again, he buys. So again, this process will continue. So it's an ideal process where understanding so how general CRM stuff would work. All right. So this is about the basic intro. So let's jump into cloud computing um, things, an ideal set of understanding what people say SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. So before that, any questions? Okay, perfect. So Kumar and Raj are good, right? Perfect. Okay, now when people talking about the cloud computing, so this is a little more technical. What this is doing, cloud computing. Yeah, as a technology, if you see, so this company doesn't run any local system where you can download all the stuff and then run your systems. Like an unless SAP where you have, I don't know not now. So we have to load a lot of big softwares into the systems and only then to the host whichever is connected to the XY systems it can work. Or else it may not have a local configuration. So widely working with the online, so all your codes maybe directly cannot write the code over to the online. What I assume so. If it is only the minimal level, they will have and allow you to do a change configuration stuff. I don't know what the programming can do. So what I'm trying to say is, ideally, you need to have a dedicated system to run a software. See, softwares are there. You have to. It doesn't work whether online or a cloud or whatever. You need to have a dedicated system to run the system. For example, like SAP. So why I'm relating here is to the cloud computing is cloud computing is something where you store a data. You don't have to mind where it is, where it is residing, what my servers are doing. Today you are working in US, opening a browser and then you are doing it. So this was marked when if one of the good idea at 90s at the moment it started. So people were looking all through the software into the local system and then they were keep capturing about. So if I want to do a deal for a customers, I have to open my all to the laptop, I have to store the details there and then I have to communicate with him. So this was a big headache once in a while for people like that. So what made the Salesforce company was successful? So unlike when the Salesforce been into the CRM stage, there were other a couple of companies also were there. They were getting into CRM stuff. They were already into the market. So many such companies are there. I have broken them. I am become number one. So I need to have few qualities within me. So something that I shouldn't forget about. So like that, Salesforce has brought few things, which is no hardware, no software concept. So that is what it has been a big hit in the market. He's saying no hardware and no software. So this was the first promotions of Salesforce at the very beginning stage. Hey guys, come on, no hardware and no software. Hey, what a company running without a no hardware and no software? What it is? So you use the ideal daily day-to-day basis things, and you should work with this technology. What? How can I do that? Because I feel that anything which is working, I need to install some software. Based on the software, I need to enter the data. That's how we work. We think. So I'm saying in the early of 2000s. So this is how it was. People would think. At that time only, he promoted saying no hardware and no software. Another term which he said is pay as you go. What do you mean pay as you go? So these are the terms which is like very no, it's the catchy for the people. So that is what he was looking for. I'll explain what is no hardware related to cloud computing. So no hardware in a sense, he's not expecting any hardwares to be installed at high-end systems to work with Salesforce. We don't want any of your high-end systems to work with Salesforce. All the hardware things that we take care, we deliver only a content which is required to you. So you need not to run up bigger machines to process the things. So we have taken over all. So what in that case? What you may be require in an hardware terms in perspective when I want to do some logical things to do it. So let's say you have a basic system where it is running a simple browser. Yeah, that is enough. A simple browser is enough to do a deal. Great. Because when I say about hardware, you need to have a big machines. You need to have a 2 GB, 8 GB RAMs. You need to have the latest OS of whichever. At the time you see, think 4 GB only is a big deal for them. 4 to 8 GB, because to run an SAP system at that particular time it was very big. So all the SAPs were are loaded to the local softwares only, and so they have tied up with the systems where to run the software you need to have a big machines to run, or else it won't work so easily. It has minimum hardware requirements to run such softwares. So that is the barrier these guys have broken. We don't want any such huge hardware to run through. So that is the first point. And no software is saying, oh, okay, any systems with no software. What is this guys meant to? So like unlike another SAP or other systems will have a plugins to or patches to load when some software is going on. Network patches or security patches when each and every month they will release through. Something new if they wanted to in advance. So for that latest patches you want to buy, you have to pay a subscription for it. So likewise, so one such software, another software you want to install like say SQL or any other Java programming. So each and everything you wanted to buy a cost for it, because it is not only dealing with the system, it is also dealing with your database. It is always also dealing with your UI stuff. So a couple of things have to be bought together. So then these guys were confused. So okay, I don't refer all the softwares to be brought. So people say CRM, Salesforce has no software. Any update comes, we will update automatically for you. You need not to deal with that. You need not to touch even the important updates. You only will do it. Software like any other SQL that is, you need not to worry about it because we just give only platform to you. You just go build onto the platform. That's enough. What we given to you is highly important. So what I'm giving to you at the background, any changes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to honor the permissions of it. So I'm saying that use a simple hardware. I'm saying that use is only as a platform as a tool to service over the browsers. So no need any software required. Ideally, any system, any OS would be there. For sure, a browser would be there. That is more than enough. So these two things where people would a huge amount in softwares and hardwares. So that has gone. So that's a new trend setting at that time. Ideally, for softwares you have to pay for it. Ideally, for hardware you have to pay for it. And with my basic systems, I can do all this stuff. So nice. So this was a catchy for the customers because to run a project in offshore or from onshore to offshore model, so they're spending a huge cost on to these hardwares and softwares because they have to get some out of the a tool to be built for their employees who are 50 to 60 people who are working for a certain project. For every people, they should have a good system to give it, and the system is will be high end. And out of that, they will build a software. In the between, software is being released with patches. Have to buy or subscribe for it. Even that will have a cost. So all these things are reduced. And moreover, thing is, for a 1 year subscription, you have to pay this much. Whether you're using or you're not using, I don't care. It's like a gym. You went it and you paid for the service. Yes, I don't know. Look for whether you come or not. You have paid for a 12 months one go. So 12 months, 1 year package if you're doing it for a gym, yeah, one go you're paying it. But ideally for the second month you're not going, who cares? Or entire 10 months also you don't go, who cares? Side, but you paid for 12 months and you went for only 1 month.
So it is so bad. So that is the reason where again Salesforce came into picture. Hey, no, we would be choosing an option. How you utilize the system, how you are utilizing the system, pay for it. I don't want your extra money. Getting? So this is becomes a multi-tenant architecture where everyone is utilizing their basis and paying for whatever they're using it. So likewise, you stay in an apartment, all people are utilizing the same resource. All people are utilizing the same resource like water and electricity. All they're using same resource, but you are paying how much ever you want. It's not something the next flat guys how much they're using. You are all sharing it. It is something that absolutely that how much ever I use, I pay for it. If you go for a gym for 1 day, pay for 1 day. Need not to pay for 1 year. Maybe the 1 day cost would be high. Of course, pay as you go mean the meaning is I don't know how much I would use it. If I'm using in millions of users, I would have a decent cost there. If I'm using only for 5 days, it will be flat day cost. So people are happy with this. Pay as you go. I'm not using it, I won't pay for it. So how do this related to Salesforce? If same at the very beginning, a company would be five people's, right? Five or 10 people should be. So when they are moving out to a 50, 60, 100, so they are asking to Salesforce to scale up. Again 100 people, so again 10,000 people. You are asking people to scale up. Like you are communicating to Salesforce, I want more license. So far I had only 5 licenses for 5 users. Please give me 50. Please give me 1,000. So you are asking for 1,000 users now. Pay for 1,000 users. Getting? So unless your company is not being utilized with that much, you need not to pay for it. You say that here now no more people are there. Please reduce the license. I will deactivate the users. All this can happen based on how much fund you are having, how much you're utilizing. You can pay for it. You guys got the concept? Is anyone there? I don't know. I'm not boring you guys. Okay. So now why I'm relating this to the cloud computing is, yes, of course, I say I'm not producing any hardware to you and I'm not producing any software to you. Somehow our Salesforce system should run in somewhere XYZ place. And that is the place where say it as cloud computing. So they are deploying their servers and machines to one such cloud service. So you are accessing these systems anywhere across the world. Since you are accessing via through browser, you just can go to login.salesforce.com or yeah, login.salesforce.com refers to production. Test.salesforce.com refers to a sandbox. So what I'm trying to say is, so the moment they launch servers and systems in maybe multiple regions. So today, if you see status.salesforce.com, if you see, you will get to know. Look at this Salesforce. One second, guys. Yeah, sorry. So look at this. This is the so you can search for an instance. Look at this. This is the regions that which for American regions they are providing. You will get to know how many servers we have. So these are individually all our servers, which is helping us to find a fix. So what I'm trying to say is you are no hardware, no software. When I say you just go to a browser and you have to do all the stuff. And while running the browser URL, so we are having a XYZ servers at the back end. So they are helping you to serve the better things. Maybe one server went down, I have another service to overtake and then help you out. Getting? So we have NA, maybe Nashville, I don't know, or North America, I don't know. Okay, CS region, NA region. So these many servers we have. A particular locations when something goes wrong, you have another service to take over as a secondary service. It'll work along with you. So you need not to worry about something goes down. If one system goes down, another systems will take over to you. You would never feel something is disruption is happening here. Of course, I've opened this page. This is Salesforce page, right? I'm opening via through browser. When I'm just clicking on save, something went wrong with the server A. Automatically, server B would have been switched without anyone's letting know or without network disruptions here. You just simply click on sign me. That's it. All the background process they will take care. So if something goes wrong, also they will take care, but you will not understand what is happening in the background. So this is what I was saying. So we have so many servers. Any performance degradation happen, they will have this mark. Any service disruption for the particular server happen, they will have this mark. Any servers which is going under the maintenance, they will have this mark. If the service, I mean the servers are active, they will have a tick mark like this. So ideally, when we talk about cloud computing, yes, they have multiple servers across the world, so which is helping your system to run 99.99% up always, and the data are not residing in the local. It is all in the cloud, so you can move from one location to another location anytime, but you can still access the data with no any service disruptions. So why we say is cloud is if let's say 50 systems or 50 servers failed, everything server system got crashed. So there are other servers also. Maybe from Asian Pacific also they can recover all this America's data. If something America itself if something went wrong, all the servers from Asia we can take. If something Asia something went wrong from America, I can recover all the Asia's data. So all this data they would have in scattered way across the regions, across the servers. So you cannot say the data is lost anytime. You can get back the data at any moment from any region. So that is the ideal point of the cloud computing. So this again this concept which has helped people to understand more, and so as you go you can open a mobile browser and you can do it. That is still more crazy for them. People were like, oh my god, my softwares are so flexible, so easy, I can access anywhere. See, one thing is hardware addition cost is reduced, software addition is reduced, pay as you go, and flexible to use wherever you want. I can open my mobile from a mobile browser also it can work through. In 2000 early, even the mobile had a browser. Open a mobile browser and then just log the timings or log the records, like say leads you're generating or close the deal. All this you're able to do from that time only from a mobile. So now we know it's a mobile era where we have latest trends. At that moment only these guys have brought this, so it was more catchy for the people. So that is the reason this company has put a foundations where so no one can touch a CRM as to the number one place. So these guys over the 40 to 55, 45% of our CRM shares. There may be 50 other 5 6 companies are which is doing great, which is they have reduced the all the what is it. So early, like say SAP or maybe Adobe, they were at very good level, and Oracle's Siebel were very good level. Siebel is also a CRM stuff. So they all owning the market share of 20, 15, 20% like that. And Sales was only 2, 3% in that case. So today these guys are 45% in the market share, and they are all 10, 12, 6, so on. And this guys becomes a market number one. Maybe consecutive 7 years they are into a number one list. So no one even can touch or get into their level. Why? Because they are into 10 and 12%, this guy is into 45%. So you cannot match also. If sales was going down to the next level, if you think, so still at 5 years the pace, still that they'll be at the 30% only. So it is not so easy to break this chain now because they went behind the level. So that is the reason you will never see any breakage within 5 years. Something goes wrong with Salesforce, and also these guys are keep updating their skills. So it is hard to break such systems. And so the good thing is they're acquiring big companies. So this is another part of the good area. So now one more thing is that we have a software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Before going to this, do you have any questions? The questions could be very crazy also, or very, maybe like all not relevant also. Since we're talking more about the CRM and other stuffs, so you have crazy questions also. If you have, please ask to me. I can answer to you. So maybe these sessions would not be interesting or not important also to you guys. Could be why I'm this specifying at a very deeper level is because this no one we talk. This is the first time when we talk. That's all. We forget the company. When it happens, why you require is these are the basic knowledge of a platform. Why it is so. If someone is asking a cloud, what is cloud computing in an interview, you would feel a vague reasons and you say that hey, the data is residing so many places. Now, if that has not been conveyed properly, people they think this guy doesn't know the basic cloud computing only, or this guy is came for an interview. Yeah, this can come up. And again, if they're asking a campaign, explain me in a layman term. Campaign layman term, how can I present? CRM layman term, how can I present? So why this sort of questions are getting is how well you have understanding about the basement is very important. Of course, we'll have a technology. We'll talk about how more technical skills will work. But what is the foundation of a Salesforce? What is the basic thing about a Salesforce? Yes, these questions arises, of course, based on the interviewer. We can't predict the interviewer. Some interviewers would be directly onto the technical things, 100% on technical things. You will ask him on. Okay, he's a level one. When you go to the next manager round and you go to next rounds, so they may ask you this type of technical things because those guys are testing your patience level and the communications and because manager round would be that one and they don't speak much about technical so they think about how do you actually think when I'm asking you into layman term how do you actually think because the presenting an answer should be meaningful so you cannot tell some xyz things to them so without communicating a technical words but still you are conveying the message is highly a good skill so this is what they will expect in a managerial round unless the technical round would be could be basic thing but these preparations which in terms of an interview so you ask me in layman or you ask me in technicals we have to answer the both the ways so that's the reason little more deeper side we are looking for the first 6 chapters. Okay, so do want to go there. So now when we're talking about software as a service, so what do you mean by software as a service? So they have these three different platforms Salesforce provided, or they're involved in three different platforms. So what do you understand as a SaaS? Any idea what is SaaS means, someone? There's a there's a audible. Is there anyone? Okay, Raj. So did you have an idea about what is SaaS means? Like software as a service. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Now let me put this point to you. So Netflix is an application where you're trying to use it. Getting? So out of the Netflix, something they're asking you to configure yourself. So then you're just watching a video is fine. Are you able to configure for something for yourself, like say which is the best view or based on the ratings only you want to see the movies? Do they allow you any configuration to see filters? No, no, not like UI stuff. Basically, at least they're allowing you to filter out few things. Filter in the sense like I want only the latest versions or having a good rating of movies. Let's say 5.5 for 5 is given. So I'll list me all the four ratings. hmm So categories based on the movies. All right. It's all right. So now, as being like a software company, what this guys is doing is, see, when I say software as a service, software only I'm directly giving to you. For example, if you're starting a company and I wanted to give your, so what is an ideal state when you start a company? There may be a number of things would be, but I'll tell you very few things. Tomorrow, let's say you are starting a company. So what is the very beginning things that really important for you? So I would think that okay, I don't maintain any ledger books basically. I don't want to write any names of the employees in a book and then close the book and then say pay the salary based on the book. Okay, this guy present. I don't don't want any attendance book where I mark every each and everyone is present and put a signature against each. And at the end of the month, I'll give a salary and I give a pay slip with the papers. Basically, getting what I'm trying to say. So if you open a company and you are maintaining your details of the employees and the leave details and the salary details and the printing salary also in a paper. Printing in the sense you're writing and then giving it out. So this company would require a software, right, to manage this, which makes easy because you can have bunch of people giving the papers. And again, when I wanted to say that people is coming and asking me, hey, can you give me 3 months pay slip or can you give me something? So where after again write to some letter format and again have to give to you. So these are the written communications which is happening over or making a bookshelves. So to eliminate, we have moved to a digital environment. Getting so this were there in the way back only when the service started. All the digitalization were there to at least maintain a software to know like record it. Like example like Excel. In Excel only you can maintain all the stuff. But at some place where Excel got broken, why? Because where they cannot deal with a huge number of data, millions of data they cannot do it. Yes, of course they can go for 10 lakh, 5 lakh. So the Excel would hang. If for every year if you're trying to keep one on Excel, and again the Excel also would be huge. And again, to finding a data, you need to search the Excel sheet. Go for this particular year, go for open this file, see the data. So it is time consuming and it's a cumbersome work. So why we have to get into search? So Salesforce got a concept of a product where okay, if you want to directly use a product, use it. Like how you are using an Excel to maintain the data. Yes, of course, go use the Sales Cloud and you understand load the fields or load the object and then load the records. Search for any time. It'll get the results in a seconds and then show to you. You can refer to the record and then say that what is happening. So that's the first point. And for this overall structure, you need not to invest on development. It is already there. You just go use them and just go how you use them. Go in a URL, browse the URL, enter the some IP or the website address, login, and then start using it. So you're not paying anything for it. You didn't do any development here. So the software itself is given to you as a service. Use this software, pay this much. Basically, that is an idea of the software as a service. Getting use a Netflix and pay for a yearly subscription. That is software as a service. Getting you are paying one only for the subscription. You're not doing XYZ any other stuff. Getting that is a software as a service. So that is a simple things when people asking about what a software service. In interview also very fine. You can answer one word or simple answers. That is more than enough because there's no much things we don't talk about in each and individual terms. But understanding the terms is very important. Software as a service, someone is giving a software unless and until I'm going to utilize it. That's it. I don't have any other options. Where companies already built it, they're just giving me as a service. That's it. Now it comes as a platform as a service. So, so they're giving you a platform itself. So they're giving a playground. Go play for it. And in the playground, you can construct the whatever the home you wish. Out of the platform, you're building Netflix. Fine, it's your wish. Out of the platform, you're building another XYZ application. That is your wish. What you are asking is, give me a platform to create a own idealistic software for myself. But for that platform, you need to understand few things where you need to write some logic, where you need to know how to configure. A technical person only can do play with the platform as a service who understands what the platform is. Is getting? So I can give a platform, but over the platform, what you can do. So that's skills if you have. Yes, you can take a platform as a service. Yes, of course, people they don't take whatever the sales was given as softwares. Which are the Salesforce softwares you know? So they are s- Sales Cloud. All these are the softwares which they are providing. So under the Sales Cloud, all these things would be there. Campaign leads, all these objects, all the relationship, basic everything they would have covered. Our typical application they already created it. The moment you go to Sales Cloud, you will see all of this. Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, and so on. So up to like this, they have up to 8 or 9 products they have. All these are software as a service. Now, when you expect for a platform as a service, something absolutely only you're asking for a platform. Force.com is a platform. On top of the Force.com only, these guys have built the Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing, any other clouds they are built on the Force.com platform. Getting? So this is absolutely a platform. Guys, are getting? So this is a platform. Let's understand. Force.com. Force.com is a platform. On the top of this platform, so they built this a number of applications. So let's say, and it can be more a number of Sales Cloud. They name the product as Sales Cloud, Service Cloud. So don't it's a different things. I like Netflix. How do you think? It's a software, right? So Netflix has to be built on some platform. So people say that it is built on Java, or people say they say it on Angular and Node.js. Could be, who knows? But it should be built on some platform. So likewise, the Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, XYZ all are built on top of the Force.com as a platform. So what is a platform? So in the platform is something that it is just like an operations which is give you. You can build, create application, create table. You can link, you can load the data. You're absolutely trying to build a new project, basically, or new product. Okay, using this platform, what I can do as an independent. So I can bring a reservation, whatever, air ticket, air reservation, bank management, survey, any application you think you can all build onto this Salesforce platform. So these are not related to Salesforce stuff, right? People are coming with their reservation, bank management, survey, which is not matched to the Salesforce requirement. Yes, of course. 7:30 to 8:30. It can go up to more 30 minutes. Mm. So it is ideally 7 to 9. Um, sorry for that, man. So I don't know whether the time is matching. Yeah, fine, no problem. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. So I just idly upload to a drive and then give a share access, because the WebEx which is service which is going on, if I try to record it as download it offline, I don't know whether it is a free account given by the company. If it is a premium account, I can share over the cloud. So that is not happening. So I'm just doing a local screen share recording. Hmm? Okay, no problem. So yeah, guys, I was talking about software as a service, right? And then I just move on to the platform as a service. So platform as a service is Force.com is a platform for the Salesforce. Heroku is a platform as a Salesforce. So a couple of platforms where Salesforce has built. So few things they built, they already acquired also. Like Tableau is something. There's a platform that they acquired it. It's not built on Salesforce. So it is a different company. Slack, it is different company, and it could be built on different platform. So these are they have acquired it. So like that they can have multiple platforms also. So when they say, hey, go, I want to build a software. Yes, we have a platform where you can build a software. That is force.com. I want to do data analytics and then stuff. Okay, for that we have a Tableau something. I want to have a team communication and management separate stuff I want to have. Okay, we have Slack. So like that they can have a couple of things they can recommend based on your need. So one such of them is Force.com platform. So I'm saying that I wanted to build a air reservation. Can it possible in your platform? Yes. Salesforce understands. So they give only the platform. If you are people or consultants who have knowledge on a Salesforce, yes, they can build the air reservation. Now you companies deals only with the CRM and then like sales service like stuff. Not ideally it's required. Platform is something that we give flexible to you guys. You can have your own application. You can have your own applications. You can play with it. It's just not only for this. This is something that we built it. For a customer centric, we built a software. CRM softwares like sales, service, marketing, all this we built it for CRM stuff. And the force.com platform is not restricted only for the CRM or not only for the basic things to be built. You can have any applications to be built onto the top of the platform. The platform is open, flexible. You can do whatever you want. So that's the reason Salesforce come up with so many different differences of cloud because they have their own ideology. So if you want to say CPQ or you want to know asset management, so all these are different things. Whatever it is, onto the top of the platform, you can build whatever you want. So that is the key strengths of those guys. So I want to bring a bank management. Yes, you can do. Asset management. Yes, you can do. You want to build an ERP? Yes, you can do on the top of the first.com platform. But it's a huge one. Like how SAP is like doing an ERP stuff. Marker, know what is a product movement, supply chain, all that we can have in Salesforce as well. So these guys given a platform. So many people would not try to reinvent the wheel. Somehow, if they are already built in SAP and then it's doing rocket science and nice for them, so they will never be think again to rebuild the stuff unless SAP is too much costing them. So day to day SAP is too much high costed. So then these guys would think, okay, let me move up and the same set of softwares I can give an idea to Salesforce, and they will build for me. If they think, yes, it can happen. Like for example, people already know used with the Facebook or Instagram. Again, they will not try to build a new one which will overtake Facebook and Instagram, something like this. Basically, social media which is already marked. So the same thing again, if they reinvent the wheel, may not be good in market, may not be even success also. So that is the reason sales was focused on the area where few people is not focused on, and if they also focused how to overtake them. So those they're very keen. I cannot overtake every each and every product of SAP or each and every product of Adobe or maybe Oracle's. Few things whichever they are good, they're done, and they're giving a platform to you to build whatever you want. So that is the reason we have a platform to build whatever we want. So what I'm trying to talk is as a platform as a service, they're giving a platform to people. You can build whatever the software you want. Now let's say sales and service cloud are all the softwares which Salesforce has created, and they're giving only sales cloud to you. Hey, go take this software, you do whatever you want. It's just like you are seeing enough software and you're trying to enter the data and you're trying to manage them. Absolutely, you're not trying to customize anything there. Whatever is there out of box, you're trying to use them. Like how Netflix is giving you a couple of videos to watch. Yes, fine. Filters, based on horror, thriller, whatever you want. You're just putting your filters and using it. So that's the maximum you're doing it. If you want to custom the UI or if you want to custom more filters, so those options they're not giving to you. Getting? So in that case, if they want more customization to your own product, whichever the sales cloud you like, for example, you got, yes, of course, I given a product to you, straight away product to you, plus you expecting a customization. Customization means maybe all the concepts would not be relevant to you. You may be adding an additional things which is your company would likes for. So in that case, yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, fine. Yeah. So what I was saying is, hey, this is the service cloud or sales cloud. A software is given to you. So like Raj, you expect right. So Netflix when they're giving to you, you just had the only UI subscription you had it, and what max you can do is put a filters and you can watch. If that is your need, yeah, if that is your need, yes, satisfied. But you are expecting little more. I want to know get the little more videos from somewhere else, or I wanted to have more filters to add it to it, or I want to configure this UI which is like so many jazzy things are there. I want to filter and keep it only few and simple. So where they are allowing you to modify, or you getting more options to filter out, or you know how a user mode and a developer mode something you have an option to go change it few things. So then they're giving you an options to modify things, or they're asking you to customize your own way. So then it is a combination of both. What is that? Software as a service and a platform as a service. We are giving both to you because we are allowing you to modify the software. Getting? These are based on licenses. Hey, license wanted to use the software. Okay. License to use software plus I want to modify little things. That is a different license. I want to have only platform. I don't care about your sales cloud, whatever it is doing. I will build my own. I will create my own lead. I will create my own campaign. I know the knowledge how to build it. Go ahead, use the platform, build our own way. Getting? See, everything is a cost of here. Sales cloud, when I say for this, you may charge monthly $200 per person. Could be. Yeah, yeah, you can customize. So that's what I'm saying. Few licenses says we will not allow you to customize only. It's all based on license. No? Pay as you go means, for example, for you, Netflix, there is no absolutely no changes required. You are using absolute software. You're okay with the subscription. In that case, what you going to customize it? You are not interested at all. Even though if you are trying to buy such licenses, it's waste for you. So you are happy with the tool which you're getting it. You are playing it and then you're enjoying it. So then for you, they're saying that hey, for this stuff, I will give you only $50 per month is enough, or $50 per a month. Okay, anything is fine. So this type of a no customization only they will use it $50. Fine, no problem. And you coming and saying that hey, I want little more customization where I want to do some XYZ things. Please give me the access where I can modify my own configurations. Okay, for that you need to pay $200. You getting? Now the price is different for that because you're expecting for customizing things on your own. For that, the price of the thing is per month is $200 per month. And again, now you're saying that I don't want any of your software. Please give me only the platform, and I will use only the platform and pay for it. Okay, go ahead. $10 per month per user. Okay. So you see, already an XYZ software which is built and using for a daily, which I didn't even develop anything. I'm just utilizing it. $50 for it, and I'm expecting plus customization where I have a software I am modifying on top of the version. So they're asking me more cost because they are giving access also. See something already there, you are modifying on top of it. It is easy and you can customize the one way which you want. So at least $200. Yes, pay for more. And absolutely, I want simply the ground. I don't want any of the stuffs. Only for a ground per user, 10 rupees, $10. Hearing? So here the more hardness is you have to create your own software entirely, and then after that you have to can use it because it's absolutely new. You cannot find any application, you cannot find any table, you cannot find what the fields are doing. You don't know how the one object to or one table to another table. You don't know what is the relationship. Everything that you have to create. So only it is so cheaper. You getting the difference? Is there? Yeah. So this is the level of differences that you can see here in the platform as a service. So yeah, we talked about these two things, and let's we get into an infrastructure. So what is this infrastructure is telling about? So we know the platform is given. We know there are all a couple of applications are there. Now overall to this, they should be deployed this into some servers. Every platform you see, no, they all will mean some servers. You saw this, right? NA, North America. One like this, we can have hundreds of servers. Under each servers, we have these platforms. Getting? If this service goes down, some other servers to take there to take over, right? So whatever these such servers that we call it as infrastructure, overall like these thousands of servers we have. Actually, it is more than thousand now. So this all the thousands of servers they have been deployed in one infrastructure. So maybe AWS. It's actually Amazon only. So they have deployed thousand servers. And there is one among the servers you're just logging in and then you're working your stuff. Getting? See this NA1 which is having underneath if you see they have platform, they have a couple of applications, all you could see. Like this NA1, think about all the three regions, APEC, Europe, in American region, all that if you think they are close to 1,000 servers now. All these 1,000 servers are been configured and installed in AWS. So basically that is the infrastructure they have. If one goes, another will pop up. So you don't mind that okay, my NA1 which is there, which went down. So I am currently moved to NA2. How my all data would reset there? You need not worry about it. Each and every 1,000 servers they have a communications from one to another one and a backup resource for each. If something this crashes also, another one is automatically they will take a backup and then restore and give back to you. So we need not to worry about these infrastructures. Infrastructure is something there. Okay, somewhere all our applications have been stored under a server. The server itself is 1,000, so why will I worry about infrastructure? But for a Salesforce, they would worry because early they were into the Oracle, so they moved to AWS. So migrating all the 1,000 servers from one place to another place, so there would have been a reduction of infrastructure cost there. So that is the reason they moved to AWS. Getting? So just like 100 peoples of your, so maybe you went for a study there. 100 peoples of your classmates were in an apartment. Now all the 100 people want to migrate to a different apartment. So all 100 people can go to different apartment. What is left over? Whatever you see as a room, bedroom, and then the basic amenities, whatever you're getting there, you will get a new apartment also. But the overall cost is less. Fine. So there you guys were giving per month as a overall $4,000 you were giving. Now they're asking here in the new apartment $3,000, which is a reduction cost. But nothing changed. Nothing inside got changed. Your room, nothing got changed. Your TV, other facilities, whatever, that nothing got changed. Only the location got changed. So that is what infrastructure is. Getting? 1,000 servers are moved from the A to B. What matters? Inside everything is same. I don't care. Any problem? Any questions? Okay, so this is about infrastructures. Now, what is Salesforce.com? I have given a very brief about what is this company is doing. So they have say a no hardware, no software company, pay as you go. All this is the example of Salesforce.com, and it's absolutely CRM company. Why they call it a CRM company is they started with sales and service at a very beginning, so they themselves call a CRM company. Ideally, these guys came in the concept of giving a platform. On top of the platform, they built sales and service, and they claimed this as a CRM. That's how they went in the market. Once they found the CRM things and know it's going good, so then this guy saying that selling a platform separately. Hey, we can't build this only. We can also build this ALN maximum whatever you do. Unless like another Java, you can write a code to build whatever you want. The same way you can do here also. And then people were curious. Okay, I can build this just over the go. Two, three application which they built on to the custom of non CRM stuff, and even that were hit in the market. So again, People went on a crazy. Ideally, while registering a company, they register as CRM. So in most of the case, they cannot be also a CRM project is running here. Getting? So fine. And why Salesforce if I say? So they came in the market with these three different stuff. So people were excited for it, and that's how they wanted to choose Salesforce because they are having a model of P as you go. So P as you go in the sense it all talks about how much flexible you wanted to pay for a system. So that is a hardly these are the guys who invented those things. From thereafter in the 20s we can see wherever you go, whatever the service you're using and pay for it, you're paying for it. Before to that and all, it is a punk or what I say, it is a package. Even if you see the subscription that you have for a Netflix, you're for a month or you're for a year. Getting? So you may not watch 100 throughout the year. You may leave some days, but are you getting the additional days to move to next? Getting? So I'm saying that all the days you're not watching Netflix. You're watching on the whenever you're free. Ideally think on weekends you think. So then only for weekends if you think, maybe 54 days in a year if you think, twice, maybe 100 days you're seeing it. But rest of the 260 plus days you are not watching it. But actually you're paying for 365 days. So yeah. So in that case you are not pay as it is not pay as you go. You have bought it for a year subscription but you're not using it. Getting? So in that case, I did to the day whichever you log into the Netflix, I will charge for you. That day I'll charge for you. So if this the concept will come, the company will go in in a big loss mode because 100 days only logged in, only for 100 days you're paying it. Oh crazy. So then today I am not interested. I will not log in. So I will not charge for today for you. I'm not in a good mood. I will not go for Netflix today. So they will not charge for you. So if this is the ideology if they're following, so they will not make good money. So that is what I'm saying. So these are the concept which comes to the sales side. So are you using it today? How much is the frequency we have? How much you are utilizing for a month? We all calculate that and then only we send a bill to you. So these people were attracted and then okay, for a big enterprise level or for a small scale company, what I'm using, I'm paying for it. So that is benefit for those guys. Okay, now next other two things if you see they are additions and architecture. Um, so I would like to sign up then give the access to you guys. So let me put as the Salesforce edition. So like say if you buy any book, they will have an editions, right? First edition, you have this. Second edition, maybe in fifth or sixth edition, they would have revised so many things. So likewise in Salesforce also we have editions. Editions is like basically a demo edition, developer edition, enterprise edition, ultimate edition. All this edition indicates how much flexible platform they giving to you. Like as I said here, $50, a basic edition to you would enough suffice for this license. Developer edition when I take, I will be allowing you to modify few things of the code also. Enterprise edition, so people would buy for this is when your company size is more, 200,000 people they are. Now all 1,000 people should log in. So a part of that edition, I need to have your put more servers to your the background. See only for the five people, why I'll have two, three servers for you. You're getting the point. Only for five people you are working for a company and you bought the system. So why I'll have so many servers deployed to you? I know one server can be a backup, which can be taken over is fine. Let's say enterprise edition, 1,000 people are working in your company, all are working on a different scale. Getting? And for 1,000 people to give a very faster UI or faster things, I may have a five servers deployed for the background. You would not know. So then for a backup server also I need to have five servers for you. This configuration you will not know. Just the edition you've chosen, background everything would have happened. Now choosing ultimate edition, which is a more big size, 5,000 to millions it can go. So in such case, more than 5,000 people are logging and then doing all the stuff. Then again, still more servers are required for to do a support activity for your business. You'll not go ask for a sales for saying that hey, give me 50 servers. You'll not ask for a 5 servers to give. It is just simply you'll ask additions to do it. Additions will take care of it. Ultimate addition means it's a huge number of servers will be deployed background. You will not know. Or altogether the performance what they would give to is the very best. Cannot compromise on it. But the addition wise the price has been different. Getting addition wise the prices will be different. Even the price is slightly they will not tell here unless when you communicate to Salesforce and ask for a quote, they will all talk about this. You got the point, right? So it is a professional edition, 5 people. Developer edition is a one, or it can be basic. You yourself as a developer, you can log in and then do it. We'll have a limited offer the developer. No, for learning life cycle, we have that. See, essential is designed for small scale business. Professional design again for all the CRM features would be there in the professional. Again, it is for mid scale. Enterprise for me means large and complex business. See, maximizes the your access and services. This is the last edition that we have. Last means to the topmost is the unlimited edition. Enterprise itself is says for needs for the large people and the complex scenario things. More than that, in the unlimited if you think, where you wanted to have a sales for support, anything goes wrong, so whatnot, everything gets to the extreme you'll have in the unlimited edition. Again, this will have a price little more. So majority people would choose on the unlimited is because their business is very big. People like say 20,000 people just to know logging one go. So for those guys, enterprise no unlimited would be the best one. Why? Because storage should be high for them. They can have build whatever the custom apps they want as much as many like you wanted to build custom apps in the sense this way. Where you say I want to build a reservation, I want to build bank manager, I want to build survey. Any application you go and create, we don't care. Getting? So as a big company, you can have multiple applications running through. Let's say for example, you just know create a new company, you need to have leave management, you need to have a payroll management, you need to have what is the employee management. So these many different softwares are required. Getting all that are individually an application, so you can build on everything on own and all put onto one application. No, what is it? One platform, which is like unlimited edition you can have. So your staffs can the moment they log in, they can access to all the such sub applications which are for the employees required. So in that case, people will choose unlimited edition. So developer edition is basically for people who learn things. So majority of whatever you see here would be there in developer edition, but very limited, very limited things. Limited in sense, for example, if I wanted to make a callouts, I have limited. If I want to store records, only 5 MB limited. So what people will do is if they give more data space also, so they will treat the developer org itself as a application, and then that only they will be using for years. They don't want it to go high. Getting developer is a free edition to learn and train. That is itself. It's the purpose. But what you are doing, no application, you are building it and you are using for yourself. Getting? Let's say leave management is required. You have developed leave management and you're keeping yourself, and you're actually using the system as a leave management, where you never going to purchase something. This is free, fine, and these all are not free. You have to pay for it. People are using only developer edition for their real-time purpose. Real-time purpose. This is with free cost. They are trying to use this only. So that is the reason Salesforce has been limited with 5 MB space. So where you cannot have a real-time system, you cannot have 5 MB data. No, it will be crazy one. And often you keep extracting and again you are loading it. That again would be crazy. So instead, people would move to the higher level things. For developer and all, we don't have a support from Salesforce production support like how we have. For a developer, we don't have. You can post your questions in online. That's it. So ideally, these are the editions we have. This is for absolutely for learning. Other things are for Yes, of course, you have to pay for it. Based on the skills of the team, you have to choose the editions, right? And then Salesforce architecture, I will just give overview. So this is the architecture which you see here. If you look at here, you know, see on the top you see sales, service, marketing, cloud, community, analytics, apps. Look at this. And the left side you see application platform. So what it means is actually in the left side whatever you see it's a platform. Platform. Force.com is a platform. Lightning is a platform. Heroku is a platform. IoT, Thunder, CRM, data platform. All these many platforms we have. So many platforms of Salesforce recently been taken or hired or no, sorry, what is acquired. On top of this platform, all they are building this application. If you see sales, service, marketing, on the top of things you can see. You can see it here very clearly. Sales, service, marketing, community. So what they do is they generally provide the platform to us. Like if you see here, large enterprise ecosystem they have, flexible, scalable metadata platform they have. Out of this, what they do, you can have objects, meta, mobile UI, collaborations, analytics, workflow, all this that you can build. It's a force.com platform. All this you can have a platform and then you can build top of the application on top of the platform. So likewise, they have given enterprise all the platforms the Bennett they have covered. On top of that, any application that you can build. That is what it is explaining here. When they say an architecture, this is how it is. So out of the platform, on top of what applications you can build. So this is the Salesforce architecture. Any questions? Okay. So let's do one thing. Quickly, let's create a developer arc for this training session and then give you. So I'll give my email address to follow the things. So I'll give this as India, okay? So I need to give a postal code also. Hmm. So look at this. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a free developer arc. Anything you guys need to follow this developer.salesforce.com. If you go, so you will be able to open this page and you can need to sign up these things. Whatever the assignments we're giving, you have to follow through this. So, getting? So out of this, we're gonna discuss. I don't know, tomorrow you guys are there available evening. So we'll ask Kumar. Maybe have a Christmas Eve plan. All right, cool, no problem. So let me now create this and then tomorrow at least 1 hour we'll have. Okay, so while I'm just doing tomorrow, I would be a little more onto the next level. Because today we are discussing too many things, so we missed out. So admin@sysintelli.com. I'm just going to create this as a user. Last time we entered is not valid. Still it's not valid. So it will go to my email and I should create these and I'll give the so it will not come yet. Okay guys. So we'll have to create this R. I'll check and see what is happening. So the moment we will get a link and we have to set a password. So then an application would open. So tomorrow we'll see these things. How to create or manage the personal information and company information. So for so far what we had is we have discussed about the basic Salesforce what we have, and tomorrow will be more deeper into understanding about these things. And I'll send this course content to you guys. So tomorrow ideally we'll be at least focusing on this area. Right? So once we are dealing till still six chapters, a little go, it'll go a little slow, and then it'll be very fast. Why? Because this is the fundamental. I don't want to rush very faster here. Four, five, six is a very important chapters. Then thereafter it is fine. Getting? So this is how application are building, how the object connection happening, and how you make a relationship, and who see what. So these are very important stuff. Four, five, six are very important. So then on top of this, if you understand how sales cloud works, how marketing cloud works, how service cloud works, this all is pretty fine. So then comes a little more customized, configuring stuffs like how to automate things. So workflow, process builders, so those are there. So these are fine, which we can cover very quickly. And tomorrow I'll come up with the concept of, let's say, which project we're going to do it. Project in the sense like tomorrow, if you're working in a company, what is your stories, how they would give it. So we'll come in that perspective. So this is the basic idea of understanding a project. You think from, let's say, from tomorrow a project will get into, and we'll just get into a use case. So you can go through any application, like which one we want to focus. We got a here link. Okay, fine. I'll just do sign up later. So go to this answers, answer base. So you would find a number of applications here, data models. See, there are so many things: customers, parties, payments, manufacturers. So many number of applications, models, data models we have. It can go in number. So come out of any of these which you have an interested, so that we can develop such application for this training. For example, I just give an idea randomly. I'm just picking it up. Let's say we'll get into medical. I'm just clicking on medical, maybe whichever you want, you can prefer. Um, let's say click on blood banks. Look at this. I don't say 100% of the same would be built in Salesforce. We have something at least will similarly match this type of a schema, and we can build on. Getting? But ideally, what will happen is donors would be there, staffs would be there, all are working for blood bank. So we can have this many informations in our Salesforce and say it's a blood bank application. Getting? So by this, what you'll understand is how on a table to another table is getting communicated, how they are related, what is the flexibility they have. So if I delete the data, what happens to another table? So how the relationship is from, and what I can do customization, what I can automate things. Let's say someone who is like in the blood bank, they are saying that immediate requirement required. To that particular blood bank, A positive or B positive would be immediate requirement need to send for all the people who are having the same blood group, because that's immediate requirement we got. To all the emails you would fire, to all the people who send SMS, like that it is. SMS features we don't have, but we can fire an email to all the people who are in that particular category. Getting? So such things if you change, so it's like all, whatever you choose a data model, we can get into a understandable of this configuration we can do. So ideally you have to choose who is logging in, what type of an application, what type of relationship we're building it, and then what we're automating the process. For example, how what were the rules we're gonna write, how who has been approval, or automatic things are happening in the workflows. All this we can see through, and who done it to what reports we can get it. We can upload import the data. If some people from some other bank we're getting data, we can import. All this we can have. So overall, what I'm trying to say is, comparing to this database, I was giving explanation. A bank is there, donor is there, staff is there, and then doing it. So like this, you can choose any data model here in the system, and you can come with an approach. So then we'll quickly review, and then if it is a feasible one to build, we'll just go ahead and build it. Getting? Take this answers sorry database.answers.com. I will send this in a text message, guys. And tomorrow when you come, so your Salesforce user login will be ready. So you can create for yourself one developer.salesforce.com. If you go, you can create a developer org for yourself one, and the one which I'm creating is a for a Salesforce training purpose. I'm creating it. So where this training purpose are would be serving for to learn. I mean creating stuffs. Keeping this as a reference, you have to create in your own sandbox. Sorry, own developer org. Getting this as a for example developer login you should think, and you should maybe implement or refer to this org you can should do in your own personal orgs. This is the referral org where you can think, because ideally we'll be training here, so need not to modify something on top of this. So have your own personal playground like a developer org. So just refer to this and you can play around in your own personal org. Fine. Okay guys, thank you all. Thank you all for the time today. So I think questions will come up from next days. Let's see. Thank you all. Bye bye.